So, let's look at the daily challenge for today. So, for today we have the Hellhorned and the Stygian Guard as our clans. The Mutators are #blessed, gain a random artifact after every battle. Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5, +10, and our Pyre gets +10 attack. And no fluff, all cards have one fewer upgrade slot. So, from the scores, there seem to be two different tiers here. There are a few scores above 50k, just above, in fact. These all have names I haven't seen on the leaderboard before, so I'm a bit skeptical about their legitimacy. What? Legitimacy. While the other scores seem much more reasonable, between 42k and 45k, and there are a few names here I have seen before. So, let's just jump into the game and see what's on offer today. Hidden Passage in our starting card. That's always very nice to see. We also have Crypt Builder and Enflame. And our final boss will be Seraph. So let's see how we can make that work. Overstacking a floor is always a pretty solid way to go with Stygian especially, and Brawl definitely benefits that. Rules of Containment and Light's Gift. Ooh. Rules of Containment is much worse with Brawl being a modifier. It does almost nothing, to be honest. So let's go with Light's Gift. We already have double ascent, so maybe setting up on the top floor is nice. Especially if we can ascend bosses to the top floor. Wrathful versus Reaper Homebreaker Princess. With Light's Gift, I think Reaper is superior. Easily. Let's go Reaper path. Penguins with Guns. That's a funny name. Mark of Invasion. Should be no problem for us because we have Light's Gift. Gives us some free slays for our Homebreaker Prince. Although with these cards we are not able to kill all of them, I can ascend one of them to the Pyre, but the remaining one will remain on the board. So these 8 damage, the 8 damage here, they are absolutely unavoidable. So it's also a good way to check for potential cheaters. Let's ascend one of these guys, so we only take 6 damage on this wave. We do get another kill, so we have enough power to kill a Forged Disciple, but the Collector is gonna be in front, so we need, any spell will do. So the Train Steward can kill the Collector, and our Homebreaker can kill the Forged Disciple. I don't need to ascend the Collector, I can just kill it normally. It's dazed. So now the Collector is in front. And with a single spell, the Collector is gonna die to the Train Steward. What do you mean? What do you mean, Night Breeze? The Train Steward kills the Collector and the Hornbreaker Prince kills the backline. Any spell would have done that. Inflame, Torch, Frozen Lands. So it was guaranteed. Because there's no way I was gonna draw no spell that dealt with this issue. How much damage can we do to this guy? That's not gonna do much. So I guess Crypt Builder is our best bet. Which causes the medic to be in front, but... Enemies get -1 attack. Seems nice. Not really all that necessary, to be honest, but... Well, it's Brawl, and it's not just Brawl, it's Brawl with the enemy spawn on all floors trial. Feel like taking another hidden passage here. Think a lot of our build is gonna revolve around hidden passage in this run. So I don't mind having 3 of them. And I guess I'll take a Helical Crystallis just to help out for a few fights. It's not a bad card. Hellhorned Banner. There will be another option for Hellhorned Banner here. Stygian Banner is only available after Daedalus. We have a bunch of solid spells right now. Something like a Deranged Brew could be nice. I wouldn't mind a Steelwalker or anything similar to that either. Spell upgrades are pretty solid as well. But I kind of want the unit. So available here is Large Stone, which should be a pretty good upgrade. Especially on a Steelwalker. So a large train steward is a large Steelwalker is a pretty good tank. Next floor we will probably be going for the Hellhorned Banner and Hellvent because I most likely don't want another Merchant of Steel. So let's buy removal here. I think that removal has to go on a Frozen Lands. Should have been a Torch, but there's hardly a big difference. These spells don't really do all that much. Unit draft, okay. And an extra for attack for all numbers enemy unit, which we don't really care about as long as we can deal with those guys. I kinda wanna get a Slay on the Trusted Priest, but that seems hardly possible. So let's get the Slay on the Overcharged Apprentice. I think for this fight I'm just gonna set up on the second floor, so a single hidden passage gives me the 3-turn boss rush. We have 3 of them in the deck, so it should be possible to find one. Kinda wanna ascend someone from the bottom floor, which means we play Train Steward and Torch to get the Collector. And it has to be the Disciple Foot Soldier. We are not strong enough to kill the backline with just our prince yet, so... Yeah, Stewards are definitely better than torches. It's a brawl challenge after all. I don't care about that trusted priest. So let's just deploy all the train stewards. Crypt Builder is not enough to kill the disabled foot soldier, sadly. But it makes it vulnerable to spells and things like that. This is a bit too much damage to be tanking. Also, note how we have not drawn either of the 3 hidden passages that are all left in our deck at the turn the boss comes around. Well, we have the kill here, so we don't even need all the hidden passages. Why did I put another one in my deck? Well... Wind is bad, Hornbreak is bad, Welder Helper is not terrible, but... This certainly doesn't look like an imp deck right now. Yeah, it's a bit too hard to make use of Welder Helper currently. Offering Token is great. Is Branded Warrior something we are interested in? No. No, I think we want to slay with our champion. And that means we won't have a unit to upgrade. So let's head to the right. Let's look at the banner first. Alpha Fiend, Rail Beater. Could see an Alpha Fiend, that's not the worst thing in the world. It's not great. I think I'll skip. This is Dante. I'm kind of tempted. Dante is really good with Brawl. He benefits decently from #blessed. We already have the Scorching Restraints. We can overstack floors. And we have a lot of spells that deal damage. I don't like Dante in daily challenges, but he could be our win condition. We dupe the Offering Token not only because of the Crypt Builders, but now because of the Dante's Candles as well. I was planning to do the dupe on Offering Token anyway, but with the candles being in the deck, it's become even more important. I think we have to set up on the top floor. Anything else seems like a bad idea. That would lead to disaster. We can get a slay just by ascending someone here. But we kind of need to ascend someone here, otherwise we won't be able to kill all of them. Not like we can kill all of them right now, but... this wave is also a problem. I would like to play the Crypt Builder here, but the Crypt Builder doesn't do much. Yeah, well, the Crypt Builder on this floor does. Yeah, I think this floor is a bigger problem. Hi, tryhard only, welcome. Happy to see you. Okay. How can we stop taking so much damage? This wave is another big problem. I am gonna draw into a hidden passage next turn. Even if I draw everything besides the hidden passage, I can offering token into it. So we focus on killing these guys so we can ascend the Forge Disciple onto the next floor. Let's start with the offering token. I'm gonna discard the candle. These guys are all gonna move to the top floor next turn. Oh, the bomb is dazed. That's a problem. I was going to play Helical Crystallis this turn and was about to figure out where to play it. But with the bomb being dazed and the train steward not dying, that's not a good idea. Wait, the Forge Disciple is the one that doesn't die. We could have sent a train steward to rectify that problem. But that means we don't get the Slay with the Hornbreaker, but maybe that's okay. But that doesn't solve the problem of this wave. I still think it's the better option than ascending the bomb. And I guess if we get this guy down to 30 HP or lower, we have at least 2 units hitting those guys. Well, let's offering token first, discard the candle. Then we can ascend this guy out of the way and get 2 kills with a helical. Although, yeah, no, that's fine. I was just thinking that this guy's gonna damage our pyre, but he won't. Hey, boss has come, a relentless phase has started, and we have 0 hidden passages. Sounds familiar. Torch this guy, play the candle, torch Daedalus. But we should have an ascend in this hand. Pyre gets plus 15 attack. That helps with ascend strategies. Ooh, a Transcend Imp. Too bad we skipped on all the imps so far. I still feel like I could take it reasonably. But I think I won't. I think I should focus on Dante more. With a spike of the Hellhorned maybe. Not super happy with how this is going. I feel like we need extra Ember. With the candles, with the expensive spells, with the spike. This doesn't look like a great income build. I think I want the removals and the Stygian unit anyways. We have Freestone, Surgestone, Emberstone available. Guard of the Unnamed. That's a bit more interesting than a Steelwalker, but the Steelwalker should be good enough. Titan Sentry is pretty weak with Brawl, I think. Skip. Permafrost, a hidden passage maybe? Or maybe a Crypt Builder? I mean, in theory we should have our hidden passages most of the time. It's also a cost reduced one. And actually a torch with 22 damage is useful in Brawl. Holdover. Do I have to put that on a hidden passage? Or maybe on an offering token? Then the permafrost on the Crypt Builder is kind of wasted. Holdover hidden passage might be a bit too much. Well, that's not really how you look at it, Rogue. For one, the Dante's Candle is only 3 damage, and then we have a 24 card deck with 3 Dante's Candle in it. If we look at the number of cards that don't consume, we have a 17 card deck, so about a sixth of our card draws are candles. So every card draw is about 0.5 damage if we don't spend Ember on candles. I think the Helical Crystallis benefits from cost reduction the most. 12 damage torch, that's just not good enough. Not worth it. Let's instead just remove these remaining torches. Or maybe keep one so I can upgrade it with consume later. I wouldn't mind having a 22 damage torch that consumes. I think we continue with the Reaper path. Heaven Seal. I think that should be fine. Now the question is, can we reasonably set up the bottom floor? And the answer is yes, we can. But do we want to? These Absolvers definitely make me kind of want to set up on the bottom floor. The Steelwalker's not gonna survive. I think we have to take some damage. No, not damage. Some Absolver shenanigans called Scorches. Double Train Steward on the top floor does it for the Collector. Clip Guardian on the other hand. Well, now Hidden Passage clears the Collector. Don't want this to be my deck. That means we can apply at least a small amount of damage to this Clip Guardian, making it available for slaying on the next floor. Crypt Builder helps with that. Crypt Builder is also pretty reasonable on the bottom floor, especially with the torch to kill the Absolver. I need to decide where I want to play my Crypt Builder. Crypt Builder to kill the Quill Marksman versus Crypt Builder to kill the Absolver. Should probably be Crypt Builder to kill the Absolver and then deal with the Marksman with either Crypt Builder, Hidden Passage. Yeah. damage heals. Oh, on the Clip Guardian, it's not about the Clip Guardian, it's about the Absolver. We want to kill the Absolver with the Train Steward so we don't get Scorch in our deck. Could have done it with the 2 Train Stewards now, which would have been preferable. Oh, you mean the damage I dealt to the Clip Guardian last turn? Yeah, I forgot about that. Now here is where we ascend the boss. This is getting slightly irritating. Finally. This also prevents him from triggering Resolve. Yes! That makes Dante a lot better. Infused Mallet is so bad right now. Impist Collar, Inferno, Rage Serum. Kinda want the Rage Serum here. Glacial Seal. Probably not. Frenzied Swarm. Guardian's Amulet could be okay. I'll take an Amulet. Swarm for the candles. Swarm was not a bad call. Yeah, I should have thought about that more. I want unit upgrades as soon as possible, but we can't get it yet. So we are going to the left here with I think it's the right side all the time. It should be more powerful on average. Let's look at the shop. Holdover again. With the Guardian's Amulets, all the candles, I think holdover and offering token is just correct. Let's wait with that though. And look at the concealed caverns. An iceberg. Capacity is not necessary to be honest, but I do want capacity for an easier setup instead of not having enough capacity to set up the Steelworker and one of my frontliners, so the Frozen Nostalgia is a bit of an issue here. While the other two are not that big of a benefit. Unless we roll with History of the World. If we get the correct floor, we can just set up everything there instead of having to rely on the passages. Not interested in these other two. I am just gonna keep the money for the unit upgrades next floor. A 12 damage Frozen Land still isn't really worth it. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 4. We get Dante and we immediately get spikes. No, at least History of the World hit the correct floor here. Let's reduce the damage from these guys a little bit. We definitely need armor on the Hornbreaker Prince. Dante needs to be able to get a kill with every hit he does. Well, he already does, but still, Rage might be good on him. Offering token. I guess we play it on the bottom floor to kill one of the sycophants. Hidden Passage. It's a bit hard to use this turn. I guess we could kill another sycophant on a floor where the Clip Guardian isn't around to get the benefit. But Dante it seems like Dante's gonna die really soon here. Wait, I have double holdover offering token now? How did that happen? I already put holdover on an offering token before, huh? That's a slight mistake. I should have played the Helical first. So currently we kill with the Homebreaker. If we send this guy, we will deal some damage to him with Dante, but not enough to get the kill. On the other hand, if we do it with a Sycophant, oops, that works out. Dante will survive still. Although not for much longer. And I don't really see a way to save Dante. Now I do. Let's start with an offering token actually. Guardian's Amulet, okay. Well, that helps a little bit. The problem is it's not enough. If I send this guy... Oh, we have 12 attack on the Transyard still. So we managed to save Dante for the boss. Now we only need to make sure we can isolate... Oh, these armor values are a problem. How do we solve this problem? The self-made harpy is just gonna kill everyone on the first round. 14 health. So it would take 2 hits to kill the Steelworker and then 1 hit each to kill those 2. I think at this point there's literally nothing we can do. I mean, the best thing I can do is ascend this guy and hit the harpy with the Cribilla. Yep, and even Inflame won't save anyone here. I think we are done for. Steal as much damage as possible. And see if it's enough. Hint, it won't be. Dissension is actually more damage. Yeah, GG. Didn't work out. I was also not playing very well. As I said, I'm a bit tired, so I missed a few key points here and there. For example, that I already had an offering token with holdover when I put the holdover on it, which was a pretty bad move because the second one was mostly useless. Well, not useless, but nowhere near as good as the first one. I'd rather had holdover on something like... I don't know. Crypt Builder? Not really. But probably one of the best things I could have done here. Well, this was certainly not my best daily challenge, but it happens.